All right, good evening, everyone. So I think we're at the forge, right? Hey, Thomas. Yeah, so we're at the forge here. 4 days survived, so it must be day 5 on the calendar. We forged the hatchet. So let's see. Got 5 hours of fuel on here. I think I was hoping to go out a little bit, but it doesn't look great out here. So I guess let's just keep at it for a little bit here. Maybe we make just sleep for an hour, I think. Yeah, I was planning to go out and get some more food, I think. Should be okay on fuel for a little bit here with all of this stuff. Food is the main concern. ADC. And Dallin, welcome in. I guess we can make a couple liters of water too. Well, maybe we're not going out to get food today. It's okay, we can kind of work through the night. Bed is being pretty finicky here. It's weird, it's usually very easy to click on it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Kind of bizarre, actually. And maybe we can pick this note up and that'll help. Nice clear evening if this wind would just stop a little bit.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
-19 wind chill. It is just not viable. Okay, maybe? Crows are out. I think that means the wind is stopping. Yeah, and I don't hear it anymore. Alright, let's just do a big batch of water. Oh, I have all my clothes on. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I think we can go now. I definitely don't want this to go out, so let's throw the fur and maybe some sticks on here. Get rid of these for now. Okay, I think since that's closer, I want to go up this way first. Yeah, there's crows up there. You know what? Let's just sprint this. I want to do very little tea. Just want to go grab this meat and come right back, I think. It was like -16. That's not too bad. I don't really like that. Let's go around. Some more sticks over there I missed.
Sure getting cold.
Ooh, cutting it a bit close here. Okay, maybe we should go... Well, the temperature is so nice, we should probably go get the other deer meat too. The other one that's close by. I'm trying to remember, is there anything else worthwhile that I haven't looted around here? I think if we time this right, we can leave tomorrow around noon. Probably. Just need to forge the knife. Well, maybe around, like, late afternoon. The knife, several arrowheads. Oh, we don't need much energy when we leave, because we can just travel to the Bleak Inlet Cave and sleep there for free. Yeah, so we should be able to make this work. Multiple deer out here.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
I'll just use the rest of this tea. And it's quite a bit colder now. A little bit of wind. Alright, I'm gonna do some light mitigation with these torches. That should be enough. Negative 10 or so. Okay, and that should be enough food altogether now. That's still going, huh?
I could eat a horse. I'd stand a lot because I love horses. I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Ooh, I need to check fire duration. Five hours? Okay, good for now then. Issue. Okay, so after this we gotta remember to make the knife. Just double check. We have a hammer. We have a hatchet. No knife. Okay, we're gonna want to leave some of these here. Alright, well this is going relatively smoothly. I'm trying to think if there's any other metal easily accessible here. Don't want to take the time to hacksaw down that entire shelf. I'd like to go ahead and make ideally like 16 to 20 arrowheads total. Could get rid of this can opener if we need one extra piece. Or if we want one extra piece, that would be fine. Ever make fire hardened arrows for ptarmigan hunting? No, it's not worth it. In my view. You can get plenty of ptarmigans just by taking one out with a stone every time you see a flock. Usually I've already got the ptarmigans I need by the time I've got the bow crafted anyway. Okay. Let's see, we got several hours before we need to go. Looks like I could make 3 more sets of these. Let's go ahead and do a double batch. Gotta remember to leave the hammer here, it's really heavy. Okay, I think we can stop making water. Obviously got more than enough. We do need to make more teas before we go. See, the last of the food is gone. Got 10 cattail stalks. Maybe we go grab that last deer just before we finally leave. Alright, let's do this and then do a count. $18 arrowheads. That's gotta be enough. We're gonna get 2 more from Angler's Den eventually. Yeah, I won't even bother doing the can opener. That's plenty. 20 total is more than I should need for the entire duration of the run. So we don't need to push it beyond that. If I lose a bunch, we can always come back and forage more. But really, the only thing I need a large number for is the theoretical cougar hunt, if we ever make it that far. Alright, let's just go try to do this now, I think. Looks really nice out there. I'm done foraging, so we can pull several torches off of here. Thomasina made a pin cushion out of the thing and it still didn't go down. Okay. Yeah, see, this is why I want to make sure I have more torches than I think I need. Because I don't really know what it's going to take. Alright, that's probably enough. We don't need to preserve that much additional. But we should go grab those too. Maybe first while I still have the warmth buff. Let's just take one of these with me. It's a lot of cattails right there. Oops. So much for the warmth buff. Wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna take all of it. Ugh. Why are we getting cold so fast? That's not good. Okay, we should be okay, I think. Take the ruined ones. Good enough. Alright, let's drink a little bit of this. I don't wanna risk it. Man, it got cold fast. Gotta sprint this. Crazy. Yeah, the world's at the max cold. I mean, technically at some point it's gonna get 5 degrees colder because of the, frigid bones affliction. Speaking of, yeah, we're due to get a new affliction tomorrow. We just have to hope it's not that one. Although honestly, there's a couple of them that are bad. Well, really, that one's the worst, right? It's that one and the sprinting one. The other two are kind of a non-issue. So it actually makes a big difference which one we get. One hour 23. All right, let's get an hour of sleep here. Yeah, -5 is a lot. Like, say we go back to Mystery Lake and make ptarmigan insulation, rabbit skin mitts, and like find a coat. And all of that just immediately gets completely canceled out. Okay, let's make sure we drop this. I really want to get one more hour of sleep before we go, but maybe we just take advantage of the travel weather while we can. We've got coffee. Yeah, this is like ideal travel time. And it's not like we have a ton of other teas. Ooh, we don't need 34 cattail heads, that's for sure. Hey, turkey.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
Ugh. We only have one of those ready. Oh, it's fine. We can probably do... Yeah, we can do a couple here. Do this. Just want to make absolutely certain we don't run out of teas on the way home. Oh, that burned out already. Well, it's okay. We're leaving in 4 minutes. Could probably use a couple more of these. Okay, hammers staying here. All that extra cloth is staying here. That's coming with. All the teas are coming with. That's just recently been heated. Clothing is as good as it's going to get for now. Alright, at least it's only negative 17. Could be a lot worse.
I think I need to lay down.
I mean, honestly, that bodes well, right? Like, we're already at late game temperatures, but on a warm afternoon, it's only negative 17. That means even after, what's the cold thing called again? After Frigid Bones, we're going to be looking at -22, and it only gets warmer from that. So each additional piece of clothing I find gets me closer and closer to actual reasonable travel temps. Like, once you're traveling at like -9, -10, you're golden. Trying to remember where the next where that cave is that's coming up. I guess let's play it safe. Let's drink this. I think we're getting pretty close to it, but it's hard to tell with this fog. Yeah, this has got to be it. I know there's stumps out in front of it. Gosh, I love this ring around the south side of Forlorn Muskeg. There's just so many mushrooms here. My fears about not having enough teas for the trip home are quickly fading away.
That didn't work.
Pretty comfortable back here.
Come on, little fire.
Maybe not quite time to push fire starting level 2 yet. It is tempting, but I left my pot. Ah, that's fine. I got plenty of pots back at camp office. I guess we should make some water while we sleep then. Hey Ted. And Fernando. I don't know if I already said hi. Maybe we get... If it's still heavy fog, yeah, let's get 1 more hour of sleep. I think I'd rather have the extra energy for this last leg before the cave without having to spend my coffee. Still heavy. Gonna start to get colder though. I think we probably call it there. Let's cook up this last thing. A bedroll and can, and let's get moving. Is this old Perfect Outer Misery save, like from 2 months ago? No, I started this one 2 streams ago. It was I started it at the end of a Outer Misery stream. I got kind of sick of Outer Misery and decided on a whim to just roll some starts, and we got one after only like 4 tries. It was pretty quick. I think at these temps we probably use the birch bark, since it has less of an effect. It's just nice and warm right now. I don't really need to go through my top tier teas. Oh, this cave is really close to the other one. I didn't realize just how close. That's good though. I can use all this warmth picking all these teas and sticks and whatnot. Let's go down and check these stumps as well. The sticks are probably overkill at this point. Yeah, I have some further thoughts on Outer Misery now, though. I'm not sure why I was so reluctant last time to go, to just use the indoor Thompson's matches as the RNG guard for finding a match spawn. It's no different than what I was doing with the Mountaineer's Hut. And I guess it's slightly different because the Mountaineer's Hut one I was using to replace the three-way cave matches, which are actually a fairly likely spawn. Ah. So close to getting 2 more of these. It doesn't really matter, though. On this run, well, keep in mind this is just perfect misery, so we can go in can go indoors. So the matches I found at the farmstead, right when we first, right, because we spawn, we run straight to the farmstead. The bedroll was at camp office. Usually pretty easy to find the bedroll in Mystery Lake. I was actually hoping to get the blue flare from in here. We're pretty low on matches. All I found is that 1 pack. I didn't bother going to Thompson's for the guaranteed matches there. I didn't go to Milton like I have in past Perfect Misery runs. Bedroll is guaranteed in Mystery Lake, although sometimes you have to hunt for it. I guess technically it's not, because one of the spots it can spawn is in Winding River, but I consider that, just because it's right next to the exit from the dam, it's basically part of Mystery Lake. Oh, that's the other thing about the Frigid Bones affliction. It feels like 8 degrees in here with a torch burning. So if you remove the +3 from the torch and remove the 5 degrees, it would be 0 in here. So we wouldn't even be warming up at all without a torch or a fire or something.
Take it.
Okay, we got a flare. Hey Fitch, welcome in. Yeah, the idea is for it to be quite a challenge. I think it definitely gets easier the longer you play. We're getting close to getting over the hump, hopefully, to where it's going to be more about just making sure I don't make a terrible mistake. But I don't know, we got quite a ways to go. I think the real turning point is the crafting of the first bear coat. Like when the first bear coat is finished, especially if it's relatively early, like day 25 or 30, something like that. I guess it doesn't really matter exactly when it's, because the finished temp is on day 4 anyway. I don't know. I guess I haven't thought too much about the late game.
Okay, I'm tired.
Hey, serious? Late game's just a dream. It doesn't actually exist so far. I'm trying to remember who it was. This was months and months ago. Somebody said they did this. Somebody in my chat liked the idea, and they actually... I think they went to Timberwolf first. They got the backpack and the summit loot, and I think they said they did like 100 days of it. Or something like that. I mean, it certainly seems to be possible. Just haven't quite actually done it yet myself. Oh, your play got canceled. Well, happy to be the slight silver lining to that. Alright, I think... Yeah, it's not like we need to have that much water to sleep the night. We can probably just have a fire in the morning to get everything made up. How are we doing on matches? Ugh, 4 matches. Is there any world in which we just keep a fire going overnight? No, probably not. It's probably not worth the single match. We have a few flares, so we're not really on 4 matches. I might have to go to Milton and grab the guaranteed matches there. I really wanted to avoid that. But if I don't find some on the way home, I think just to be comfortable, I think we're going to have to do that. Magfire in the morning? No, very unlikely because it's not worth the risk. The mag lens takes twice as long to start a fire. So I could easily freeze while trying to start it. All right, let's get like 6, I guess. And let's just go until fully rested. Another theoretical 6 is not actually going to be that much. I mean, if the temps are really nice out and no wind, and I stand right next to the cave entrance, I might try it. I'm not saying definitely not, but it's just something to very carefully consider before actually doing it. And you really only get one attempt, and then you have to come back in and warm up. We are in Forlorn Muskeg. This is the cave that goes to Bleak Inlet, but we're not going to Bleak Inlet. We're just using this as a place to spend the night. I do like the idea of saving a match, and it is pretty early in the morning, though. It's probably too early to even think about attempting. Negative 28. I think we could probably do one attempt. I do have a book. What do I have? 1, 2, 3 flares and 4 matches. There's no way we get cold in the time it takes to do one, right? Well, I guess let's wait a little bit, because we don't want to travel right now anyway, so let's work on chores. And then if it's warmer a little bit later on, but still clear, then we'll try it. I think I'm happier with that plan. We do need water soon, though. Just finish the rest of this. I guess we're fine for a little bit. Can even get a little bit more sleep. No, you can't cancel a fire start, so that's why it's so incredibly dangerous to try. Yeah, it's not available anyway. Negative 24 in wind shelter. I might try to travel in this. There's no particular hurry, though. Let's give it an hour and see what happens. Can always drink a tea if we really need to. Oh, now we get to see what our affliction is. Maybe I'll wish I had traveled. Rheumatic joints is one of the 2 bad ones. Probably not. It's hard to say, actually, between this and frigid bones, because now I basically can't run. Plus, it's actually really bad, because now I cannot afford to get a sprain at all. Any sprain is instant death. Yeah, that's a rough one to get first on this particular challenge, just because I kind of like the idea of taking a lot of shortcuts early on and not having to worry about the sprains. But now I have to do no sprains for the rest of the run, and I can't forget. It's way too easy to forget, right? Like if I go up top, to the tower now, then I'd want to goat down, but that's way too risky now, right? Like any sort of simple goat like that. Like even when we go to the summit, we probably just climb back down instead of risking the goat down the front. Well, at least we don't have to deal with frigid bones for a long time. Yeah, I'm glad we waited. And I'm glad we didn't start that morning fire. Because now we gotta wait a blizzard out. I can still hear it going.
Come on, little fire.
I think since we have nothing else to do right now, I'll go ahead and farm fire starting level 2. Getting fewer failed fires may save my life later. Sorry, the red damage bar, okay, but if sprains... I'm not sure what you're saying, sorry. Not quite sure what to make of that.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
No, the problem is that rheumatic joints on Misery causes sprains to deal damage to you. So if I take a sprain, I lose 2% of my health, which instantly ends the challenge. It's a brutal challenge. There's no denying it.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was going to come down to this eventually anyway, and there's lots of reliable ways to avoid sprains. Mostly just, like, not taking most of my favorite routes in the game. It's the main way to do it. How long have I been playing? I don't know. Several years. 4 or 5 years at least. Exactly, DC. We gotta wimp out and take the safe, flat paths. I don't know, I'll still do a couple of goats, just for the fun of it. Like, there are goats that I know how to do without sprains. Although, I don't know, I have to be really careful because some of those involve sprinting, and rheumatic joints also messes with your sprint. Like, I don't even know if I can make it up to Lake Overlook now without risking a sprain. We might have to climb the ropes if we want to go up to Lake Overlook, of all things, just to be super safe. I'm really glad I stopped for that extra deer meat. increase the risk of getting the sprain in the first place? Maybe it does, but it doesn't really matter because the main thing about the sprains is that you you have 10 seconds where you can't get a sprain. You just have to not be on the slope for more than 10 seconds. If you're on for more than 10 seconds, you risk ending the run, and whether it's a 20% chance or a 30% chance, in my view at least, doesn't really matter that much.
Come on, little fire.
Oh no, Shu, I actually really like that idea. I think you should be able to get into bed and get into chairs and do your activities there. It would actually make a big difference. I think that would be a really nice change to the game. I think this might be over. I guess we should go check. I kind of want to finish grinding fire starting, but maybe we just go. Yeah, negative 17. That's really good. Looks pretty calm. Okay, so let me make maybe one more tea. I'll make another rosehip tea. Got the bedroll. That stuff is junk. Got 4 torches. We need to pull some more off of here. Hinterland has enough on their minds. Yeah, I never make suggestions for the game because they've got plenty of other stuff to work on. And I don't know, like, if you go look at the forums, there's just a million people posting their ideas, and everybody thinks that their idea is the coolest, most important thing, and rarely do I see anything on there that I agree should be a top priority for them to work on. So I just don't post because I don't want to add to that. Alright, so we're definitely not going up top because it's going to take too long. That means I've got to be really careful when we... Oh look, we could have had a mag lens fire. I got to be really careful leaving. Sorry. Let me collect my thoughts here. I think we do got a high blind on the way, because that can have matches. But the point I was trying to make is that I've got to be really careful about when I start my next fire, because we're going to be sitting out in the cold starting a fire. Wait, how do I get to high blind from here? I guess I can go around this way. We're probably going to need one fire between here and poachers. Oh, I shouldn't even be doing my toggle sprint, right? It's just a waste of energy at this point. Let's not lose our torch. Match, whatever you want to call it. Just go straight? I don't know what you mean by straight. Straight across the ice? straight into the frigid water. I think there's some rose hips over there too. Probably missed some. Oh yeah, that's the other thing is like the whole sprint thing changes the entire, right? Because I could be tempted, I could say, oh, I can make that, but nope. Not with the low sprint. Not a chance. Ugh. Can we even get on top of this log? Everything takes a million times longer. I don't actually know how to get on top of the log. Maybe it's the other side. I feel like it definitely can be done. Okay. Wow. You guys are all hanging out here. Wind is coming? Sounds like it. Ugh. Accelerant, but... Ugh, these are cold too. And there goes my torch. Got a good amount of duration on the warming up buff. Let's get this out so I don't get surprise killed by a wolf. They're right over there. This is a really nasty situation. Yeah, I'll use the accelerant on a stick if this first attempt fails. I've got
Come on,
an
little fire.
80% chance with the book, so... And we've got the warming up buff, so... It's not like we're at an immediate risk of... getting cold. Really wish I had a second can now. Or my pot. For making extra teas faster. Yeah, I meant to bring a can and a pot, but I forgot my pot at the forge, so we're not gonna have one until we get back to camp office. Alright, there's probably an extra can at, what's it called? Poachers. For that last affliction, do you actually take damage from sprains, or are they just more likely to get them? It's both. The affliction I just got means you can't sprint, you can't sprint, you almost can't sprint. Your sprint is heavily reduced. You're more likely to get sprains, and sprains deal 2% to you. And then when you get the final affliction in the game, it increases to 4%. Because it makes you take twice as much from everything. So if I ever get a sprain,
Come on, little fire.
for the rest of the game, that's instantly challenge over.
Perfect.
Okay, fire starting 2 finally. Should help a little bit. Yeah, I was talking to Blades about this challenge months ago, and he said he had thought of doing a similar challenge, and he wanted to mod it in so that your health bar is at 1. Or is at like point 0.1, right? But disable the effects where you wobble. Right, but the idea was experiment with making it so that if you take any damage at all, you actually instantly die in-game. Instead of it just being a self-imposed challenge. Of course, you'd have to disable all healing too, right? Like, you'd have to cap your health at like 0.01. But I thought it was an interesting idea. We just go now? The wind doesn't sound that bad. We've got 3 teas. Yeah, let's just grab a few of these and try to make it to poachers. At least at poachers, my fire will be safe if we get heavier winds. And I can, like, sleep there. Yeah, we can do a lot more useful stuff there. Ugh. I don't know if I can make it across here. I think we have to go this way. I'm really hesitant to try to scare this wolf when my torch could go out. Yeah, see? That's the problem. I was about to do it too. I was about to try to scare him. I really don't want to use one of my flares right now, but maybe I should. Just reset. Okay, at least you ran that way. Hopefully the other wolf won't be in the way. Oh, Kirk, hey. And did I see... No, I didn't see, Oh, Arson? Welcome in. Sorry, I don't have a, translator pulled up. Alright, let's give this another shot. Not feeling too optimistic. Oh, it's so risky. It's like, what if my torch goes out right when I aim at him? Alright, let's see if I can skirt the edge here and get him to not charge me. Alright, as much as I want to stop for ingredients here, I think I better just go. There's gonna be like tea ingredients and stuff there. Oh, he's so close. And there's the bear. Dude, you're making me nervous. Alright, we're gonna need another fire soon anyway. Let's just do this. Scare him off. I'm gonna drink one of these. I think we're just gonna skip poachers. Well, to be fair, I didn't answer for a long time. So sorry about that. There's no way we make it all the way back to camp office before our fire, right? I don't think so. Alright, let's just walk it. We'll have a fire at the tunnel. Ooh, had to expend a lot of resources to get to this point. Alright, Shu, thanks. But you know what we could do? It's not like it's any further to go straight to Trappers. What if we go to Trappers? We can drop a bunch of stuff off there. Take a brief trip into Milton to grab the matches.
The sun is setting. It'll get a lot colder soon.
Or we could even go all the way into Milton. Just I had really hoped to get a bunch of hides down curing before we did much traveling. But I guess there's no way around the fact that we need matches. Okay, I'm gonna go with this theory. This isn't outer. Don't need the matches quite as badly. I'm gonna be staying pretty close to where I could go grab the matches at any point. So let's go to camp office, let's drop everything off, and let's at least try to get maybe some ptarmigans and some stuff down for the... I think the rabbit mitts and the deerskin pants are probably the most important. Get that stuff down. And then while that and the bow stuff is curing, we can make a trip into Milton to get more clothing. And maybe get the summit. Did I say summit? Get the thermos. I was thinking of the summit because that's the next place I can get another thermos. Alright, I've been at this for a while. I'm gonna take a quick break. When I come back, we'll go to camp office and start making some progress on this clothing. See you guys in a bit. So you guys realize this is the furthest I've ever made it. I've never actually completed the forge in perfect misery. Hey, Roach. Yeah, DC, exactly. Trying to keep track of way too much stuff in my head. Out of teas to craft. Wait, are bandages irrelevant now? I have to think about this, but these are a waste of carry space now, right? If I get burns, bleeding, sprain, or a moose stomping, I've already lost anyway. Yeah, so that's 0.3 kilos I don't have to carry. Painkillers probably don't do anything either, right? Do antibiotics do anything? No, I think all of this is junk, now that I think about it. It's not like we're ever going to be without Rishi or rosehip teas anyway, so if I'm missing something obvious, we'll be fine. Save the carry weight where we can. We need that for sticks. Wait, what? Need what for sticks? Ah, no, I don't care about the torches. I'm not even picking up all the sticks in the game. We got so much coal and it's just, it's not outer. Let's put it that way. Alright, we need a little bit more. Let's just finish this one. Not gonna make it. Thomas, I don't know what you mean by healing, but if we take any damage, then the game is over anyway. Almost sounds like there's like a ptarmigan up there or something. Ooh, a deer. Would love to get this deer killed by a wolf. I don't think I have any easy way to do that right now, unfortunately. It's really nice outside right now. It's early evening. I'm kind of tempted to... Let's just quickly get warmed up here. I'm kind of tempted to go try to get one of those deer over by the, Oh yeah, it takes out a lot of the risky mountain goats. It's not only the risk of a sprain, it's the risk of
Work?
falling too. Like just taking a small fall.
Come on, little fire. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
This could probably use some repairs soon. It takes like an hour, right? Yeah, we don't do that right now. Feel so stuck with like nothing useful to do. No cheesing Bleak Inlet. Oh, you mean like the entrance from the ravine? Or just like any of it, I guess. Oh, or the cannery workshop? Yeah, I wouldn't attempt the dash across the, Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't, try. So to a certain extent, we do need to keep moving, because if the longer I sit in one place, the more we're going to deplete our tea supply. Oh, this is a lot further than I was thinking it was. This might not be such a great idea. That almost looks like a lump of coal. Oh, where am I going to get maple? I don't think I have maple curing. It's all over on like that side of the map. Well, I guess let's get some guts and stuff down and then we'll go do that next. Negative 25. Oh no, okay, it is here. I was gonna say, there's no deer carcass here, that's a disaster. Mystery Lake stream towards Unnamed Pond once? Yeah, you can get coal along that stream, the stream and Coastal Highway, the river in Timberwolf. There's a few, oh, oh, I already said the stream in Coastal Highway. Okay, so we got plenty of water at home, if I remember correctly. Let's go ahead and make one final tea here, while we grab the rest of... yeah, the other gut. I almost want to try to go up to the top from here. I think there's a reasonable path. It would get me to the deer and the potential ptarmigans up there. Let's take a look, and if it looks risky, we'll turn around. Make sure I got my bedroll in case we need to sleep up there. And before we go, I want to grab some feathers. I think we've been neglecting the feather collection for a while now. Also got to consider once I'm up here, how do I get down? Yeah, exactly. The ankles are the major issue, right? Okay, so we got a flat spot to stand right here. And then it looks like we can sprint up there and get a flat spot. And that should be the worst of it. Do a little bit of sprinting here. Yeah, I don't even need to sprint. We got plenty of time to reach this. And then we'll go over this way. Okay, so I guess this is the safe way up. If we want to come up here. Now the question is, what's the safe way down? I would like to grab some free birch bark. Every extra tea helps. Gotta go back down the same way. Well, the other option is we could sleep up here and just climb down the ropes in the morning and get another deer. Yeah, actually, probably climbing down the ropes is going to be reasonable, I think. Oh, that's lucky. Maple right here. I didn't remember that that was even a thing. Alright, let's go straight for the deer. I have to spend another tea. Drink like most of this one. Oh, sweet. There's ptarmigans too. Alright, 95% chance of this. Hopefully I didn't misjudge and I needed accelerant for this. Oh, it's so slow.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I think I got too greedy here. Yeah, I definitely should have been more careful. Let's see if I need to drink tea as soon as this comes up. No, we're okay.
Gotta warm up
Alright.
somehow.
Definitely need a coal for this. Let's see what the temperature is. I don't know if we have enough. I guess we have just enough sticks to not need another coal on here. I didn't throw the first time I did a rethrow after I missed. It was interesting. Well, that hurts. That was my ptarmigan installation, because I've already got 4 feathers.
I need to find a place to rest.
Not really warming up at all here. It's like right straight across there. I'm wondering if I should just go now. We'll have the teas when the time comes. Let's try to get at least one gut. Still getting a little bit of warmth out of this. Not very much. Now, this is done. Oh, the painful part of this is I have to spend another match now. Did not want to do that. Alright, there's the climb. The cave should be right over here. There's no way I'm going to be warm in the back without a fire, is there? Nope, definitely not. I guess I should have moved the fire in here earlier to save the match. Just wasn't thinking about it.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Alright, well, we got 2 guts to cure here. Once I'm fully warm, we might go grab that maple and bring it back in. I guess in the meantime, let's take a look around. More books, a couple extra calories. Oh, we're actually really tired. So 3 hours 36. Hey nobody. So how have you been enjoying your time with Outer Misery? I actually really like it. It's like a fun challenge. It's a nice break from the insanity of... Oh wait, Outer Misery, you said. Outer Misery. I've been enjoying Perfect Misery. I was gonna say that this is a nice break from the absolute insanity that Outer Misery is. Outer Misery, I feel like I need to dial in, like, what I'm willing to do to get a run going at the start, so that I don't have to just keep restarting due to lack of matches and stuff like that. Took me a long time to kind of get the hang of what's needed to not be really frustrated with the run due to the quick frostbites and not finding the matches. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong. Alright, let me go grab this maple so it can start curing. I think we have birch down somewhere. So at least with this maple and 2 guts started, we've got the beginnings. Hey Jamie. We've got the beginnings of the bow and the arrows. I don't remember where the birch are. We better check when we get back to camp office, make sure they actually exist. Yeah, because actually the more I think about it, we didn't have a hatchet or a hacksaw until we got to Spence. Because I found the hacksaw at Spence. So I wouldn't have cut down any birch before then, and I don't remember... Yeah, I didn't bring any back with me, I don't think. Okay. So we still have to get birch down, too. Alright, that should be the last thing I need to do outside for the night. Let's get rid of all this clothing. Throw one more coal on here. Loot over at Trappler's. There's several spots. Yeah, there's lots of places to get birch. And in fact, I know I'm planning to go to the ravine, and there's birch in the ravine. Usually. Birch tends to be a lot easier to find. Although neither is particularly difficult, I guess. Little sense of taking out clothing while not playing outer. Yeah, Ted, I don't usually do it, but in a blizzard, I'll take it off. Just because it does do a lot of extra damage. But yeah, I agree that it's not like, it's absolutely not critical, and I wouldn't do it if it wasn't blizzarding. Negative 35 with negative 14 wind chill. Alright, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Definitely too early to go out. Oh, the deer's still there, good. So we can come out and get the guts in a minute. It's good to know. Although it could, it might be that when I click on it, it'll be like, carcass condition too low. It probably doesn't despawn if you're this close to it. There's high risk that you forget to put them on. Oh, I don't think so as much in this particular challenge because I'm only taking them off during the blizzard itself. So as soon as the blizzard ends, that's my cue to put them back on. But I guess you're right that it is a risk. Well, yeah, definitely frostbite would be the end of the run. No question about that. All right, let's get an hour of sleep. Guess I'll make one more of these. Ooh, fog. And close to noon. I'm hoping I'll go out there and find that this means that I can actually do what I want to do here. But we'll see. Negative 21. I could just start a fire instead of wasting tea. One stick and one coal. Yeah, let me just make sure it's still harvestable. Okay.
Come on, little fire. Come on. That.
Ugh. I've got to go all the way back and warm up. Maybe I should have used the book. Yeah, we have multiple books. We'll use the book next time. So do we just let this fire go out then? Take all the teas with me? Come back and collect this stuff just before we go down. And we only need like half an hour. Should be okay to leave this going. $50 degrees, whether we're in the front or the back. That's how hot the fire is. 13 coal. Yeah, we're gonna have to head over towards Trappers soon anyway. Get some additional coal. Alright, let's use a book this time. Yeah, DC, the problem with the crampons is,
Come on, little fire.
you don't want to have any sprain risk at all, right? So the crampons can only reduce your sprain risk if your sprain risk isn't 0. And you really can't afford to have your sprain risk be not 0. So Roach, we are planning to go cougar hunting. Just gotta be very careful. Now, I'm pretty confident I could go down here without taking a sprain. Skip the rope, but I think we're just gonna climb down. There's a difference between pretty confident and 100% confident. I'm not willing to risk my run for it. Should we get another hour of sleep, maybe? Nah, we can't waste this good weather. Maybe, let's just use this little coffee. Not that it's really gonna do much. Actually, I'm already thinking... Yeah, I think I'm gonna think better of that. Those coffees are pretty important. All we're gonna do is go down, harvest this one deer, grab a couple of rabbits, and go back to camp office. And then we can sleep in camp office. I think we got enough energy to do that. We got the coffee for emergencies. Alright. Let's get everything. What's my carry weight look like? 24 out of 29. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Do not use any shortcuts and goats, only legit routes. Pretty much. It does make it quite the challenge, doesn't it? Negative 21 is pretty warm. It pains me to see all this energy draining away. The other goat is even easier. Maybe we should do the next goat. I'm gonna pick up all these sticks so we can preserve some coal in this next fire. Stones? What about stones? Did we need them? You're probably right. Guess we'll drink a little bit of this. I think there can be birch right here, can't there? Birch saplings? Or my... Yeah, right there. Perfect. Okay, so that'll be the rest of the ingredients for the bow. The first
Come on.
streamer in history took the correct way down in the game. It does feel like that, doesn't it? Like, have you ever seen a streamer or a YouTuber climb down that rope? Now, when you really know you're watching somebody crazy is when you see them climb up the rope. Like, even I was talking about doing the rope climb, and then I was on the other side and I was like, nah, I'm sure I can just walk up over there. There's no way I actually have to do that rope climb. That would be too ridiculous. I'm gonna heat up this big coffee just in case we need it. 29 minutes until ready. We can probably go ahead and grab the hide then. Well, we're almost... Nah, we can get the hide in a second. Let's go ahead and get the gut. I feel like guts are harder to get. I don't know, sort of. The guts, certainly I want them down curing sooner, because I can carry hides with me. I can't really carry raw guts with me. Long term. Oh man, whoever said stones was right. There's some right here. I don't want to waste a bunch of time. It's just... Gotta go back and warm up already. Maybe I can get the rabbit on the way. We're really pushing it. I'm not gonna get a second rabbit. We're just gonna warm up and go home now. That's enough risk. Have the coffee if we need it. course, I dragged these arrowheads all over creation. Probably should have fixed that. All right, Aster, that was a pretty good night's work. A good overnight session. We could have a potential confluence here. I'm sure I'm stinking up a storm here. I think we gotta spend this, unfortunately. But yeah, we gotta go to Milton. We're gonna get matches. Yeah, so I think the plan is get as much stuff down curing as I can, and then we go to Milton to restock on matches, coffee, some additional clothing. There's a few places to get ptarmigans there. We get the thermos, which is gonna make traveling a lot easier. There's coal. We could even, if we were feeling really bold, briefly pop into Hutch River Valley to get the second underwear and the jacket from Jacket Cave. Not the worst idea. Those are both pretty close to the entrance. Two matches. I don't remember eating both pieces of deer meat. Maybe I did, but it doesn't mean I remember it. That's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we should have 3 deer hides now. We have a second hammer. I had forgotten that. Okay, so I can actually make some acorn coffee. Okay, that's really good to know. Yeah, that has a chance of changing my whole perspective on what to do here. Let's go ahead and put away all of these feathers and all the arrowheads. And what are my heaviest items? Some water. Thinking about possibly going back out just to grab the rabbits in front of camp office. This warming up will be gone, but we might still have a little bit of... Nope, everything's cold. Maybe not then. I think it's a little too far. I never repaired this. That's going to be a pretty high priority here. It's the only clothing improvement I can make for a while. Alright, so it's 4 rabbit hides for the gloves. I definitely want to make those. We need 3 more rabbits. It's, we probably want to make both of the deer hide clothing. Yeah, I don't think I want to wait around for work boots. And the work boots aren't as good as the deer hide boots anyway. I think I want to make both. So we need probably 2 more deer hides, I think. Still quite a ways off from cooking 3. That's when we can save a bunch of energy by making rosehip pies. Oh, I hate to let this fire go. I think I'm going to spend a coal, sleep for an hour, go see if we can grab the 2 rabbits from outside while we've got good weather.
Fire. Come on.
And then we'll have to let the fire go finally for tonight. Trying to get as much as I can out of each match so we don't have to go to Milton too early. Oh, we've got cedar here. Alright, let's throw that on too. Okay, so I want to take this and this with me. We'll jiggle these. Keep the fire going for now. We've got 2 flares and 2 matches and the maglens. Could potentially get a maglens fire tomorrow. That would be really nice. Cook water while sleeping? No, I'm gonna let the fire go out, I think. Oh, you mean that previous sleep? Yeah, I think we just have enough water. That's why I didn't mess around with it.
dress suit. I'm gonna faint.
Now there's rabbits right over there too, right? I think they're still there. It's another good rabbit spawn, but it's more of a while traveling thing, unfortunately. Oh no, don't be only one rabbit. Seriously? How did I lose all my stones? Disaster. Well, let's go check along the rocks here. I think there's usually some just over here. How big of a production do I want to make of this? There'll be some along the lake. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of teas just to get one rabbit right now. No, I didn't drop them. I think I just threw them and didn't pick them back up again afterwards. There'll be some right over there along the lake. Alright, Sirius. Have a good evening. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to the person who said to make more water. I hate to burn through this coal like this, but I want to keep the fire going just a little bit longer. That sounds like a blizzard. Oh, Aurora. Never mind. So, no rabbits out. So we're just going to get some stones for next time. Oh, cougar time. Oh man, I'm glad we're getting this now. This is actually really, really, really dangerous. I was thinking about this before. I'm gonna lose like a quarter of my health just standing there. Yeah, and I lost my torch. The cougar cutscene is so dangerous, especially for this challenge, because you can just flat out stand there in the cold, losing temperature, and if you were just like peeking outside for a second, it could be brutal. So I'm glad I got it then. Alright, where are you at, Stones? I know you like to sit around here somewhere. There's one. Technically all I need is one if I remember to pick it up later. Alright, we'll have to live with two. It's too bad. I was hoping to go night hunting. Sometimes you get like 3 rabbits at one spawn if you go out at night, but they're not going to be out during the aurora. Yeah, it's kind of cool to get the cougar cutscene during the aurora. Nice little feature. Don't get to see that every day. I could have kept this going to harvest the get this meat cooked. I'll just do it later. Go drop it outside. Like I said, we're gonna have to start a fire tomorrow either way, so we'll go for the Magellans, but it might not work out that way. So the destroyed lookout, that usually has a deer carcass. And there'll be ptarmigans up there most likely. So that'd be a way to get one of the 2 remaining deer hides I need to get. And potentially at least get my first ptarmigan installation crafted. There's a couple rabbit spawns over that way too. The other option is we head over towards the dam. I don't know. To think about it. So that's 7 guts. We still actually need a lot more. There's 2 for the bow, 4 for the rabbit mittens. And then like 2 plus 3, I think, or 2 plus 4 for the 2 deer items. Yeah, we still have to get a lot more. Let's see, any other food lying around here? Could always make bannock if we were desperate. I don't think we're that desperate yet. The stones. Try to make stone soup. Alright, I don't want to accidentally leave my coal here. Let's go for 6, I think. Wait, you're saying there are stones that I dropped here? I'll look in the morning once I have light. Oh, like a long, long time ago. I know what you're talking about. Because I like cut down all my carry weight before we went to forge. I know exactly what you're talking about now. That's funny. So I just had stones here. Yep, there's a stone right there. Like you said, on top of the whetstones. Okay. Let's leave another 4. Nice and bright out. Let's see if we have Magellan's weather. Definitely not. -28. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to call it here. This has been a very productive episode. 9 days. 100% condition. 105% condition. No condition lost. Hey, we haven't messed it up yet. So next time we gotta get 2 deer hides, 3 rabbits, and then we might want to get a couple of extra guts just to be certain, although I think we'll probably have enough. Yeah, if we get all the guts from the deer and the rabbits, that should be enough. So 2 deer, 3 rabbits. That's what's left to do. And then I think we definitely go to Milton for the coffee, thermos, and matches. Then when we get back, we can make the bow, arrows, and all that clothing. And then it'll be time to go to Timberwolf. Go to Ash Canyon, Timberwolf, hunt bears on the way, hunt cougar on the way. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But I don't know, it looks good so far. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Really appreciate it. Have a good evening. The astounding amount of rose hips. Oh yeah, I cannot wait to hit cooking 3. It's going to be so much easier to manage my energy once we can make the rose hip pies. Alright, see you guys later.